Calculating distance. A bird flies from its nest to the bottom of the canyon. How far did the bird fly? The bird's nest is at 528 and 1/5 feet. The canyon floor is at negative 89 and 3/5 feet. Since we are calculating distance, we're going to subtract that number. Distance is also always positive, so we're going to put this expression in absolute value bars. Looking at these two numbers, they are in the same form. They are both mixed numbers, and the fractional part has the same denominator. I'm still going to convert them to decimals because I find it easier to work that way. So 528 is a whole number that's going to stay to the left of the decimal. 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. Negative 89 is a whole number, so that will be to the left of the decimal. 3 divided by 5 is 0.6. Again, you can calculate this in fraction form, but I think it's a little easier this way. We're going to keep the 528.2, change subtraction to addition, and change negative 89.6 to positive 89.6. When we add these two together, we will get 617.8. The absolute value is still 617.8. The bird flew 617.8 feet. Let's talk about the rule for calculating distance. To find the distance between any 2 points, find the absolute value of their difference. You may be wondering why we have to find the absolute value. Think about your commute from school to home. That's the same distance as your commute from home to school if you take the same route. So we can subtract in any order as long as we find the absolute value. So to prove it to you, I'm going to swap the order of our expression in the first example. Now we're going to do negative 89 and 3/5 minus 528 and 1/5. Again, we can only swap the order because we are calculating distance and we're using the absolute value. So let's convert these to decimals. So negative 89 is a whole number. It will stay to the left of the decimal. 3 divided by 5 equals 0.6. 528 is a whole number. 1 divided by 5 is 0.2. So let's subtract. Let's keep negative 89.6, change subtraction to addition, and change positive 528.2 to negative 528.2. When we add the two, we get negative 617.8. Once we find the absolute value of that, it is positive 617.8. That's the same answer we got in the first example. Cece is hiking on a mountain and stops at 15 and 5/8 feet above sea level. The base of the mountain is 10.2 feet below sea level. What is the vertical distance between Cece and the base of the mountain? Cece is at 15 and 5/8 feet above sea level, which is positive. The base of the mountain is 10.2 feet below sea level. That's negative, and we're subtracting because we're calculating distance. We also need to find the absolute value. So let's convert our mixed number to decimal form. 15 is a whole number. 5 divided by 8 is 0.625. We're going to subtract negative 10.2. Let's keep 15.625, change subtraction to addition, and change negative 10.2 to positive 10.2. When we add these two numbers, we will get 12.825. And the absolute value is the same number. The vertical distance between Cece and the base of the mountain is 12.825 feet. Carter hikes from the top of a hill that is 120 and 2/3 feet above sea level down into a valley that is 43 and 2/3 feet below sea level. What is the difference in elevation between the top of the hill and the valley? Since we are finding the distance between these 2 points, we are going to find the absolute value of their difference. Carter is at 120 and 2/3 feet above sea level, which is positive. The valley is 43 and 2/3 feet below sea level, which is negative. Now I have two fractions here, but I think that it's a good chance to review our repeating decimals. So let's convert these to decimal form. 120 is a whole number. 2 divided by 3 is 0.6 repeating. Negative 43 is a whole number. 2 divided by 3, again, is 0.6 repeating. So we're going to keep 120.6 repeating, change subtraction to addition, and change negative 43.6 repeating to positive 43.6 repeating. Once we add these two, we will get 164.3 repeating. The absolute value is the same. We know that 0.3 repeating is 1/3. So we can say this is 164 and 1/3. So you did not have to convert them to decimal form. You would still end up with the same answer. The difference between the top of the hill and the valley is 164 and 1/3 feet. Two divers are swimming at different depths below sea level. One diver is at negative 25.5 feet. The other diver is at negative 40.75 feet. How much further below sea level is the diver who is farthest below sea level? Since we are calculating the distance between these two divers, let's find the absolute value of their difference. The first one is at negative 25.5 feet. The next one is at negative 40.75 feet. They're both in decimal form, so we don't have to do any converting. Let's keep negative 25.5, change subtraction to addition, and change negative 40.75 to positive 40.75. When we add these two numbers, we will get 15.25. The absolute value remains 15.25. The other diver is 15.25 feet further below sea level. Let's review our rule for calculating distance. The distance between any two rational numbers, p and q, on a number line is the absolute value of their difference. We're just using p and q to represent any two rational numbers. So the distance between p and q can be written as the absolute value of p minus q or the absolute value of q minus p. That will give you the distance either way you compute it.